Alrighty, everybody. Well, they got started. They are already beginning. That's totally fine. We're just beginning the beginning of the map bands. For those of you new to this is where teams will choose which map they're going to be playing for the finals or for their upcoming matches. We have Desper banning for WTH. Desper, of course, one of the most famous people from the tank clip on Karen Tan from a long time ago, it seems now. Banning Omaha Beach Access. This is what we're looking like so far. We have Omaha Beach Access off the board for WTH. Utah Beach Access, okay, going off there now. And we're gonna see what we're gonna see how they approach this. I got the midpoints listed over to the left. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those in chat as we go along. And we'll see how fast they go. Sometimes it's really quick. Other times it could be super slow as teams get down to the final options. But let's see. So far we have Omaha Beach. We have one of the Remagen options. Now some teams will troll and leave Remagen on there for a very long time. But 99% of the time it doesn't work out, and it ends up getting banned anyways. PHL Knight off the board. Utah Beach, I mean, we have Win 7 as a possibility there. Win 7 to me is one of my favorite points to cast. It's just so contained, you know, kind of where the action is going to be, and it all comes down to how creative the sides can get for the big breakthroughs. But so far, one of the options is taken off. PHL Knights, that would be kind of brutal. I mean, PHL, we think of the infantry and just struggling to get through the trenches and all that. And just a grind forward. Kursk allies, WTH did just beat the Greyhounds on Kursk. Okay, now we have Foy Knight coming off, at least for one of the options from ESPT. For Foy this week, we have Dugout Barn. Now, Dugout Barn, I mean, who doesn't love a good Dugout Barn match? That's a good time. That is pure chaos. Tankers love Foy. Plenty good action from tankers we've seen in the past. Okay, now it is WTH's turn. Smolensk is still on there. Stalingrad, Drill, El Alamein, Tilbrook. Kursk Axis is one of the options. Kharkov. What else do we have here? Hill 400, Herkin Forest. Mortain we expect to come off. Southern Roadblock. I don't think anybody wants to play Mortain. Now you could do it as a little bit of practice for Vietnam in a way. You could. But not necessarily my cup of tea. Elsenborn Ridge. Okay, so one of the Elsenborn Ridge options is wiped. Carrington is still there. Now it's over to ESPT for the next decision. I mean, preferably, I would just like to see them get Remagen off the board just to take that out as an option. So far in the poll, we have thoughts on Vietnam delay. Oh, wow. Okay, switching over that. I think that's good. Thank you, JG51, for the sub, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, so the Vietnam delay, hey, I mean, you got to... It's internally. I always like to guess that. Well, one second. What am I trying to say here? Internally, we don't know what kind of version they're working with. As far as, okay, they may have had a cutoff for the open beta, and then they said, hey, let's get that out there and we'll continue working on it. But apparently they weren't, they saw all the bugs. Maybe there was a lot more that they weren't aware of, obviously, and now they're going to be postponing the delay. I mean, just the wave of feedback from everybody as far as, hey, we don't think it's ready. And so that's the way it is. I mean, Especially, I think probably a big part of that was that they didn't have a console beta ready to go either. And there was no tests on console from like a mass that we're aware of. And imagine you're releasing something and people placed on console the pre-orders and stuff, and the next thing you know, it's just full of bugs and everything. So hopefully this will give them time to issue or figure out how they can get the open beta over to console. I think that needs to be desperately addressed. So that way both sides, the console and the PC, have somewhat of a smooth entry into Vietnam versus it starting on the PC side, having a grand old time, and then console just shitting the bed essentially. But I'm happy that I wouldn't say that I'm happy that there's a delay. I'm happy that the studio decided that, okay, we don't have enough time to get this in a working condition for June 18th. Let's push this out to August so we have a better chance at a smooth release. Mike Lennon asked, do PC team map bands band differently than console? If so, why? No, not really. No, it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, you'll have pretty minor things. Some leagues do, or some teams do 2 bands at once. Other ones do 1 band. Pretty much the same points. I mean, the team reps will vote on which points that they want in the map bands for the season, and they'll throw out some, such as the night maps. I mean, night maps are kind of pointless in a way just because of, on PC side, you have the brightness, the filters, and next thing you know, it's kind of pointless. Well, I was in the closed beta, and of course there were a lot of improvements, but the open was still so broken with ice skating everywhere and all the bugs. Yeah, 100%. There were a ton of bugs. I mean, there really were. And it's one of those things where I don't want to speak for the studio to say, oh, there's no way you can get this fixed in time. I don't know. I'm not. I mean, I've done programming in the past, but I am not a game developer. So I don't want to speak for the studio to say, hey, you guys cannot get that done. I don't feel like I'm in a position to say that. It just, there was a lot to fix. And I think that has to be the studio's call to say, okay, we don't have enough time to get this done. And that's obviously what they probably met about on Monday. Like, whoa, we did not see all this or that. In all of our internal tests, we didn't have any of these sort of issues. And maybe when they exposed it, obviously, to everybody's different hardware and hardware configurations. Because you got to remember, in the PC world, there's tons of different hardware configurations. Tons of them. And that's when maybe a lot more of those issues came to light. Quality over quantity. Yes, 100%. Yeah, big fan of that. That's one thing I've learned as a content creator is not to, or really think about what I'm, like over the past, I would say 2 months or so it's been a while. It took me a while to learn that lesson, but to really think about what I'm publishing versus just, I mean, granted, I have tons of clips I could publish for shorts and stuff, but I'm really trying to dial that in and increase the amount of edits in a compact time to really make it. Now, I haven't gone viral. I have had one short. I have one banger short in all the shorts I published. Every one of them has been okay. Or they've been okay, but nothing like that. But maybe one day I'll get better at it. Anyways, over on Twitch, we have PT is Free joining, a longtime competitive player. As someone who plays for neither team, this is a great use of my lunch break. I love to hear PT is Free. PT is Free, we played way back, I think, in G13, if I remember correctly, right? And then you went to Chimera, if I remember correctly. Anyways, we just saw one ban there from ESPT, taking Hurricane Forest Allies off the board. Hurricane Forest, one of those maps where, I mean, the Allies have an advantage on Scar. Siegfried, oh, gosh, it's, I would say 60, maybe 55, 45 towards the Allies on that one too. North Pass more favored towards the Axis. Back in the good old days, buddy. Yes. Back when the PC competitive team was filled with teams. There were so many teams. There were how many teams in seasonal that one year? 32 or something like that? And now it's not so much. Now there have been so many consolidations and disbandments over the years. Pretty nasty. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Hurricane is North Pass. Thank you, Matsi. I'm not even paying attention to the min points. Hurricane Forest is North Pass. Thank you. So, yeah, the Axis would have the advantage on that one. Now it's up to WTH. WTH has a lot of options to ban here. Expecting them to want to get rid of Smolensk is most likely going to be a ban. Don't think people want to play on Smolensk just yet. Remagen is a ban. WTH does have the option of being Axis on Remagen, so they're going to leave that out there for right now, at least. Remagen, I'm assuming, is Bridge. Yeah, Bridge. Okay, so I'll make sure. Now with Remagen, you got to remember that you do have the bridges or the pontoon bridges on either side, which makes it a little bit interesting from a crossing standpoint, because you're going to obviously dedicate a majority of your troops over by the bridge, but hey, if you by chance get lucky as the Allies and win some frags, or as the Axis and win some frags, and maybe have a tank to support and wipe out the temporary defenses over by the bridge, anything could happen. Anything could happen. Sanzu asks, Smithers, are you casting the game? I don't know yet, buddy. I posted the sign-ups for the casters. I reached out to the teams to see who they would prefer, and I will make my decision hopefully, or I will announce everything hopefully by tomorrow morning. PTS free. Back when we thought building barricades to put a tiger on them to see over bushes was truly breaking the game. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Back when artillery defenses were a thing. Remember, it's crazy to think how much time or how much was compacted within the first 2.5 minutes with artillery defenses. Like how precise people had to be. Drop your supplies. Put this barricade up here, exactly here. Not a meter to the left and not a meter to the right. Put this barbed wire. Make sure the barbed wire is connected. Don't have one little gap in between the barbed wire, or else you will get called out. You will get insulted. You will get dragged through the mud. Good times. And then despite all of that, I would see a rocket fly towards my face while I was on artillery from those beautiful long-range rocket snipes. Oh, thank you, Sensu. I appreciate that. Okay. It's WTH's turn. They have a lot to play with. I'm surprised it's actually taken them this long. But hey, every team has their own little strategy. They may have some new cheese. I've seen a lot of cheese. When I think I've seen everything in these top tier games, teams continue to surprise me. Seen a lot of cheese. We really have. Kharkov. Okay, let's get Kharkov by Axis. Now it's over to ESPT. Kharkov. Okay, so Kharkov will not be an option for the finals. Now, someone can correct me as far as how many times these two teams have faced each other. So they have had this seasonal, they had HCA. I think this is, and then the last seasonal, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and then the last, so I think this will be the fourth time in a row, because there was a Greyhounds in there. There was the Greyhounds and then ESPT in that. So I think the Greyhounds ESPT may have taken one of those slots, if I remember correctly. I got to get my full history ready to go. El Alamein Axis. Desert map. Yes. Yeah, those desert maps with the MG42 at the long distances, man. Although seeing a lot of positive feedback from the British weapons, of course. Churchill being a little bit OP with update 20 now, though. Remember, heavies are going to be living... there's Remagen. Okay. Remagen will not be an option. Now, remember, this update will be played... Or this finals will be played with update 20. Heavies will have to be able to take 3 shots to the front, which, oof. Fireflies are the only tank that can take them out to the front with 2 rounds. The Axis do not really have a tank destroyer yet, neither do the Americans. Americans had the M10, if I remember correctly, M10 tank destroyer. And then for the Axis, it would be the Jagdpanther 4? Jagdpanzer 4. I believe that's what it was, right? The Jagdpanther and then the Jagdtiger, although the Jagdtiger would probably be too powerful for anybody. Desper is typing. Trutch says, I bet it's going to be Carentan again. Train station is the midpoint on Carentan. That was the last place where these two teams met. ESPT winning 4-1. WTH had to suffer with having Ruins as the 4th point. I have not seen a successful defense of Ruins in a long time. Of course, there could have been a match recently that I maybe missed. How do bans work? Arachi Shogun, I get the red cells, but what do the orange cells stand for? Oh, it's just back and forth. Yeah. So, for example, WTH will ban PHL Knight allies. WTH, there's PHL, so it means they banned, the red means they banned it. And then ESPT banned it over. Wait, am I saying that correctly? Pretty sure I'm saying that correctly. Yeah, okay, so they're not going to be allies, but ESPT can be allies, and it just goes back and forth. Basically, it just signifies who banned it. SAP, hello, Smithers. Good afternoon. Oh, hello there, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to SAP. How long until comp teams learn how to use Canadian Forces loadout? Is there that much of a difference? I didn't think there was that much of a difference. I mean, I thought it was there were some minor ones, but I didn't think there was too many. I didn't think there were too many. I mean, I would love to see Juno Beach as a final, but these teams want to, obviously it's a championship and you don't want to risk too much on a brand new map. Always the same damn maps in comp, says Parking Lot Bacon. I know, buddy. I know. Shout out to SAP, though. Console team from Brazil. If WTH bans a map, it gets red for them. Orange means ESPT, obviously, can't play for corresponding sides. Yes. I'd like to see a Battle of Moscow map, sort of a blend of Foy and Kursk with anti-tank trenches to defend. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. I'm not going to lie, though. The trenches on Kursk can be incredibly annoying. Can be so annoying. Oh, my gosh. Okay, what do we got here? We have PHL Knight banned by WTH. ESPT banned Mortain allies. WTH banned SMDM allies. We're getting there, everybody. Back over to ESPT. Elsenborn still an option. Elsenborn will be Checkpoint. Checkpoint is you have such a drop right in the middle and so many options all around that you could shoot down into the strong cap. Makes it a very interesting one. I want to see Trotch versus Father Pig. Sorry, may I clarify? Says Mike Lennon. In terms of, is there a strategic approach that PC takes that may be different than console when it comes to map bans? On PC, you got to understand that teams are going to have a much longer view than those on console. There's a lot more visual manipulations you could do on PC with filters and zoom effect and stuff like that. Now, I mean, these are things that I've heard. I can't confirm nor deny. I play the game just how it comes out of the box, but that's just me. I'm staring at a map all game, so there's no really need to. So teams will know internally, like, okay, hey, I think we're going to have, you got to think more vision as distance. Now, generally on PC, you can have better resolutions and all that kind of stuff, so it can increase your wanting to play those longer distance engagements maps like Kursk or something where tanks can see. I mean, I've seen some wild shots on the PC side for tankers. But I don't think there's a overall different approach that the PC teams take versus console. I don't think there's that big of a difference. You just have the whole, I think the distance thing in mind. That's what I think of. Just players on PC can see a lot farther. On console, it's pretty, you notice how console teams, they'll tend to play a lot more condensed versus map edge to map edge in most cases. PC teams usually cover map edge to map edge in some fashion for most maps, I think. Curse with Fog or Elsenborn Ridge with dynamic weather on. Sorry, I don't get when it says ESPT ban Mortain allies. It means they can't play it? Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yep. There you go. You got it. You got it. Let's see here. Desper's typing. Carentan allies. So one of the Carentan options is off the board. ESPT has 2 allied options. So we have Carentan allies for ESPT. We got Elsenborn Ridge, Foy Knights, Hill 400. Driel. Okay, Driel. One of the options for Driel. Okay, Driel is no longer on the board. Kursk, Smolensk, Stalingrad, Tobruk, Utah Beach, SME. SME, the point will be Hospice. Okay, having a little bit of an axis advantage off the opening. Last question. Sorry, it's clear PC teams would outfrag the greatest console teams. Would you say console can compete in DMT with PC? And thank you. Thank you, Excel. See, the problem with the PC versus console debate is that PC teams can react much quicker. And when I say much quicker, I'm talking half a second to a second, maybe a little bit more when it comes to tank engagements. When you think about re-angling your gun and everything, I feel like and then spotting and just to be able to, I don't know, I feel like PC teams would still have the advantage. I think they would, and maybe less so in infantry fights. Yeah, definitely less so than in infantry fights. But in DMT, I think with the mouse and keyboard to their advantage and being able to drive a little bit easier and just navigate, click certain things, I think they still would have a little bit, maybe 10 to 15% the advantage, maybe something like that. I don't want to give them too much. Yeah, DMT's tank only. No one does it on the PC side as far as I know. There's no tank only tournament on the PC side. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, when it comes to these map selections, I mean, there are some crazy MG spots. And on PC, I think there's less that I mean, because of the resolutions and stuff and the graphics, I think there's less that, because they're looking out to the farther than they are on console, and the rendering also plays an impact too for covering certain lanes and everything. Isn't driving easier on console? Ooh, I don't know about that. I've had a little bit more difficulty on console with driving, but then again, maybe tankers can speak up if you have a tanker that is on ESPT or on control, does console and PC too. ESPT banned Kursk allies. We do have one of the Kursk options off the board. Fupa and Grunt. Yeah, Athens plays on the console scene for Revenant. The PC, JG51 says the PC armor can rely on a good recon spotter to be able to long range and no visible target kill AT and armor units. Yes. To be honest. Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, it's like the distance thing is big on PC versus console. That's what's one of the biggest. The distance to see, and then your reaction timing when it comes to the gunfights. It's not as precise when it comes to the aiming. Especially with things like rockets. Rockets are probably one of the biggest differences I notice when it comes to console and PC. Okay, we had Stalingrad go off the board and El Alamein allies. Remaining options: Carentan, Hill 400, Herkin, Mortain. Tobruk still has both options available. Smolensk still has both options available. Those are the only two right now, Smolensk and Tobruk. Crafty Harper asks, who are you playing for these days, Smithers? I mean, TL, I was playing for Helios. Helios disbanded. TL 3.0 started up, lasted about a month. I think we had 4 or 5 victories in a row, didn't lose. Now, granted, these were more of just, we don't know the mix between the mercs and the actual players now. So can we say it was a true team? No, we can't say it was pure 100% TL. There were a lot of mercs in there that weren't too sure whether they wanted to be part of TL or were they just wanting to maybe get some practice and go to another team. It's hard to say. But TL 3.0 is currently sleeping, and that's not an option anymore, so I got to figure out where I'll end up. But on the console scene, I commanded for a 20-second 4ID and then a little bit for a 2.6 on the console side. I will never be able... Oh, I mean, I won't say that, but fragging on the console scene is not my... If it's not my thing on PC side, it's definitely not my thing on console. If you watch my Commander POVs from console, my engagements are absolutely horrific. I mean, they're not the greatest, man. I am just like sitting there. Where's my controller? Yeah, so I'm just sitting there like, I'm having a tough time getting used to it, switching from mouse and keyboard. Having a tough time. So ESPT banned Stalingrad allies, so now it's up to WTH. Carentan, Elsenborn Ridge, Hill 400, Herkin, Mortain, Omaha. Tobruk, once again, still. Tobruk and Smolensk, both still wide open. Oh, that's right. JG51 does say, that's right. JG plays in a tank brawl. I forgot about that. Mike Lennon says, since ESPT is mentioned, ESPT versus Legion best roster, how long that match will last. Let's give all the LGN guys high quality monitors to sort of help. Yeah, I don't know. I'm totally, once we have crossplay with Vietnam and people get used to it, totally down to stream that. I don't know, man. Maybe 45 minutes I'll give LGN. Maybe 45 minutes. ESPT, man. ESPT, I could say this. They were the champions last season, but they just got such good shooters. Really good shooters, man. Now, every team does, but ESPT is just so much in depth. They got a real good depth chart. David Hansen says that might just depend. Let me just bring this chat over here. I'm not sure why I'm reading that. But David Hansen says that might just depend on what you're used to. Driving with keyboard and mouse can feel awkward when you're used to console. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not the best person to speak about that. You can also use the Guitar Hero guitar controller. Wow, I never would have guessed that. You steer with the whammy bar. It's very responsive. Oh my gosh. Okay, we had 2 maps come out the board. Utah Beach Axis and the Omaha Beach Axis. We're picking things up a little bit now. Oh, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that like button real quick if you could, please. I have to legally say that. LGN is Legion is currently the number 1 ranked console team. Who would LGN be compared to if they were a PC team? Oof, that's hard to say. That really is. That's tough. I think it would. Oof, man, that'd be tough. I'm trying to think. I think a good match for LGN would be against. I would say maybe. Oh, I gotta be careful, politically correct my answer here. Circle could be a good LGN team to face them first. I think that'd be interesting. Oh, you could start with Circle and then work our way up. You go to Circle, then maybe Button, but Button did just go for a 3-2 against ESPT last weekend, did they not? We had a map out. We got Stalingrad allies, SME allies is off the board. We're down to Tobruk, Smolensk, Mortain, Herkin Forest, Foy Knight, Elsa. Oh my gosh! We're going to see a non-traditional finals map, everybody. Okay, Carentan's still there. Ooh, this is getting spicy, actually. No SME, no SMDM off the board. No Omaha. Trotch says 20 minutes. Yeah. How do they prevent players from using cheats on PC? I know on console we had issues with Cronus and they got removed. It's almost impossible. All players, you got to record your VOD reviews, that kind of stuff. Do players have the ability to have stuff going on different monitors and just mask it? No, cheaters are going to find a way, man. That's the thing, is that if they want to cheat, they're going to do tests. They're going to record their VODs. They're going to watch their unlisted videos on YouTube, make sure it doesn't show up, and they're going to spend time to figure it out. They're going to do their darndest. Now, we can track overall player statistics to say, hey, this player went from a 1 KPM up to a 1.75 KPM all of a sudden. What's going on? Was there a difference between the KPM when they had to record and not record? What position were they playing? Did they suddenly go from always playing meat grind 90% of the time to now they're playing defense most of the time. There's lots of ways to get around it and mask it. You don't know the internal workings, and you just there's a lot of information you don't have, and it's just a thing you have to just monitor with stats and ask for VOD reviews and ask questions, and that's about all you can do. We aren't playing in a closed competitive environment like Counter-Strike or Valorant, whatever, what have you, where you're on you're in a contained environment and everybody has to play on the same PCs and all that kind of stuff. But we have to do what the best that we could do to help minimize the assumptions or the concerns that teams have. So there's no way you could say, oh, nobody is cheating. There's no way you could say that. There's no way. No way. Now, it's funny that the people that there are players that are accused of cheating that literally upload every single video on YouTube, say like, hey, tell me where I'm cheating. And then the accusers just kind of, no, well, how'd you do this? And you explain and they don't reply or something like that. I mean, in every single competitive type of sport, if you want to call it, I mean, it's a type of sport, and maybe not basketball, baseball, but you're going to have that top 10% band. You're always going to have that, the standard distribution curve. You're always going to have it. Okay. So we are out of the majority of meta maps, except for Carentan. Carentan is still there. Carentan would be Train Station. Elsinborn Ridge would be Checkpoint. Hill 400. What is Hill 400? We have Southern Approach. Kind of even. Allies, of course, have a little bit easier truck routes on Hill 400. Currently, it is in WTH's hands. Tobruk would be Desert Rat Caves, the northern point. Smolensk would be 84th Battalion Ridge. Mortain would be southern roadblock. Herkin Forest was North Pass, right? Yes, North Pass. WTH beat us at the start of the tournament. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Sensu. WTH dominated ESPT for the first couple years. Yeah, people forget that. I mean, ESPT, I remember watching their matches, man. They would get beat at the high-end games. They would get beat. You had ESPT versus Core, WTH, of course. And that's when people thought, oh, North America will never have a chance at this. Carentan is off. No Carentan. No Carentan for the finals, ladies and gentlemen. No Carentan. Elsinborn Ridge. We're down. We do have Foy Knight. Hey. Foy Knight. Oh, Foy, it's Foy. Okay, it's just Foy. There's no Foy Knight separate. Okay, so Foy, Dugout Barn. Tobruk. Okay, one band option for Tobruk. I mean, those desert maps is like a tanker's dream, I imagine. Oh, yeah, it's super hard to start for those teams. I mean, the only reason why I am on the starting roster for the teams I play on is because I command, or else I would be nowhere to be found. I don't deserve to be anywhere else. I'll lose my gunfights and lose the position, lose OPs, lose garrisons. I know that. But everybody has to know their place. That's the thing. Now, it would be cool if I could eventually play Sniper sometime. I think that'd be cool. I would love to play Sniper in competitive. Just one time. Just one time I'd like to play. Just want to snipe. That's all I want to snipe all by myself. Just have a good old time. Do PC teams watch console like console watches PC? Yes. They study. I mean, the PC teams tend to come up with a majority of the cheese. And because obviously PC teams have been around it so long, and all the VODs and everything is out there. So console teams coming in later and just learning what worked, what didn't. I've seen a few things from console, but majority has been from PC just because of how long it's been around for PC. Thanks to people like Smithers who cast both platforms so more people are watching console. Oh, thank you, Sansu. Appreciate that, buddy. Hey, Recon Duo, baby. Now, you can't expect me to get more than maybe 30 frags or something like that, but I tell you what, we'll have a grand old time. It'll be fun. Okay, so we're down to, it's up to ESPT now. So the only map that remains from the poll is Hill 400. Let's go put up a new poll. Now, which map? It's up to ESPT. Hill 400, Foy. We'll go Smolensk to Brook. Usually just to look at the weird stuff console does. Trudge with the weird stuff console does. Now, console tends to be overall much more aggressive with their tanks. I would say there's a lot less patience on console than there is on PC. Yeah, it's up to ESPT still. Yep. Well, what's the few things from console that PC might have implemented? I can't tell you at the moment. Honestly, not too sure. I think there were maybe a couple bunker things, but that's the only thing that comes to mind, where you could stack bunkers and do something with those, the various things like the cheese spots and stuff. That's the only thing that comes to mind. I had a few PC teams tell me that. Do you think they'll add the mortar to HL World War II? I think they have I think they'll add a lot of stuff. Oh, we did see Mortain. Okay, Mortain, no longer an option. Off the board. Yeah, because they have split developer teams for World War II and Vietnam. So we have to imagine that, yeah, they'll probably release an updated roadmap here. I'm guessing they will. Just after the Vietnam, just so they could keep the attention on World War II to let everybody know, hey, this is still alive and stuff. But I think they'll keep updating World War II for sure. Now, as far as the mechanics go and stuff, is that still, like, can they just plop it? I don't think they could just plop it on over, but we'll see. The maps are really weird. Yes, this is very non-traditional. Alf says we want Foy. Foy would be crazy. That would be a crazy finals. ESPT would get bunkers. Now, remember, bunkers can be destructible. They're more destructible now than they were in the past. You can blow them up from a long range. So the classic bunker garrison behind the dugout barn wouldn't necessarily work, but it could make it at least survive a little bit longer. Foy, I think, would be... I don't want Hill 400. I wouldn't want Hill 400. But Foy... I would just go with Foy. Foy or Hurricane Forest to be okay. Those two be fine. Because Hurricane Forest is a forest, but it also has a lot of clear stuff around it. Or it's a lot of trees that were essentially bombed away, if you want to call it that. Probably not the correct terminology. Al says he would be very much like to play Foy. Can we get a Foy finale? A Foy night finale? A little bit of darkness to it. But everybody plays on 200% brightness, console, PC. And PC will have their filters, and it will have a little bit of impact, but not as much impact as people would like. Now, if everybody had to play at 100% brightness, that'd be cool. I would like that. Just to see what, just to even the playing field. But obviously that's impossible to track. Well, I mean, you could track it, but. Yes, well, that's going to be great to watch, but AIDS for the players. But yeah, like I said, about 90, maybe 95% of the cheese is mostly starting on PC, then the console picks up after it. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the thing is, like, the game hasn't added any assets to really make things different, to increase opportunities to find stuff. You have bunkers, you have Belgian gates, ammo resupply stations now you can climb up top of and get to buildings, but yeah. But yeah, remember, update 20 will be live for this final. The tanks will have a longer lifespan. Double taps will be a little bit nerfed. Peace strikes are going to become more important. AT guns are much more important now. And a map like Foy, it's going to be AT gun heaven. Just everything an AT gun player would want. Staring at Discord map bans greater than new age. Keonashi, this is the new stream meta. One day we're going to have 20,000 people watching these map bans. One day, buddy. Yeah, all melee final. This is my opinion on the all melee thing. I know a lot of people joke about it, but I think if any game, any team wants to do a 100% melee sort of thing, you do the first 10 minutes of the game. Well, minus the warm-up. So 10 minutes after the warm-up. After the wall drops, 10 minutes, only melee. That way, when the 117, 116.30 is up, everybody knows to pull out their guns. But the first 10 minutes, just a nice silent melee battle. That'd be fun. When is the championship played? Yep, as of right now, it is this Sunday. Everybody's experimenting with update 20 right now. Hopefully nobody finds any detrimental bugs that would cause this to be postponed. It is currently WTH's shot here. Foy Knight allies with Dugout Barn could be really powerful. You got the HE splash for the allies, a little bit buffed. The Jumbo 75 splashing on the barn, blowing it apart over and over again. Would ESPT want to go against that on such a concentrated point? MG42s on the ESPT side? Getting those MG42 cheese spots? Smolensk, I have no idea what to expect from Smolensk. It's one I don't know about too well. I really haven't. I mean, I haven't casted one single game on the Smolensk. What do we have for the votes? Foy coming in at number 1 so far. We have a pause here from WTH. Smolensk, Tobruk, Herkin Forest. I'm surprised they haven't taken off Herkin Forest. I would think that would be their primary goal, right? Or I think that'd be their first option. Although Smolensk, to be honest, I don't know too well. And that could be it. WTH puts all their map picks back through ChatGPT first. Yeah, so RDub says WTH double banning Carentan. And so what he means by double banning is this right here. You notice how it has both of these colors? It means they double banned it. And up here you could see WTH banned Carentan Axis and then WTH banned Carentan Allies. So that's how you know. So when people say, oh, they double banned it, that's what they mean. Gosh, decisions. We've reached a little bit of a lull. Marqueo can't beat ESPT on Carentan. Yeah, there are maps where you got to think in advance as far as, okay, how does our infantry stack up against theirs? Do we think we can win enough gunfights close to close where we can cancel the impact they could have essentially out? And can we leave the wild card up to the tankers to make an impact or for a breakthrough? If you don't think your infantry stacks up that well against the enemies, then you can go for a map that has narrow lanes, much fewer lanes of approach for the infantry. So they're more in the open, like a map like Foy or Kursk, and you put more on the back of your tankers. Tobruk is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. Tobruk is off. Okay, we're down to, we have Smolensk, and that's up to ESPT. We will not be going to the desert. U.S. Ranger is typing. Foy! Oh, no! Foy's off the board. No! Oh, damn. No Foy. I was really looking forward to that, too. That's a bummer. Be sure to drop some elves in chat. Okay, so we have Hill 400, Hurricane Forest, and Smolensk. All of this just to end up with Hill. Oh, man. JG51 says, I'll poop bricks if it goes to Smolensk. It could be a very interesting rubble fight. Oof, yes. Desper is typing. Desper pauses. Desper hired McKinsey consultants for this, I believe, spending over $75,000 on 1 hour of Matt Band's consulting. So I'm guessing the consultant said, no, hold on. And they have their quant in the room running some data. Now Desper's typing. Smolensk, one of Smolensk options. Oh man, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Please don't be Hill 400. Smolensk or Hurtgen Forest? It is now at the ESPT. Hill 400 Axis, or Hill 400 Allies for ESPT. Hurricane Forest Axis with North Pass. They would have to really want to go more towards Hurricane Forest Axis, I have to imagine. Just think about condensing WTH in that small area down to the north and playing for the southern hill. Making a nice screen, preventing them from wrapping around. Truck snipes are going to be a thing, of course. U.S. Rangers still thinking about it with his consultants. I mean, ESPT was just on Smolensk, right? Against CU. So I probably would have no problem going back to that. Gosh. You guys are too funny. Father and John is whispering the bands into Rangers' ear. It's up to Ranger. Hill 400, southern approach, amongst the trees. Tanks kind of negated. I would say tanks on Hill 400 probably, 30% of their total effectiveness? Getting satcheled constantly. The backline shenanigans could be pretty bad. I mean, infantry tend to not like it so much either. You got to take your time going above the tree, going in between the trees and such. This is probably the longest band Ranger has taken his time with so far. Okay, we're down to a new poll. A new poll. The final will be Hill 400, Herkin, Smolensk. Down to 3 options. Think of the viewers, Ranger. Yeah, exactly. Think of the viewers. 100%. Think of the viewers. Hill 400, the Allies do have easier truck routes, but still southern approaches. Axis have a not too shabby of a time either. Oh, Ranger's typing. Ranger is typing. Oh, by the way, I did just post my Vietnam Open Beta review, so if you want to check that out, feel free. Have my Update 20 video as well on my channel. If you're enjoying the stream, don't be afraid to hit that like button. Ranger typing. Ranger typing. Get rid of Hill 400, Ranger. Yes! No Hill 400. There we go. Bravo. No Hill 400. Very nice. Bravo. Here we go. And the last poll of the day, if we can get it up in time before Desperate types. Two options, people. Herkin taking the lead off the opening. Smolensk coming back a little bit. ESPT always cares about the fans. Exactly. Now it's up to WTH. Majority so far, I think it's going to be Herkin. WTH taking a little bit of the risky bet, going with the Allies off Herkin, knowing that they're going to have the opening cap disadvantage. Will their tankers be able to beat ESPT tankers? And also look out for the AT guns that the Axis no doubt will have. And damn, you got me. That was good. WTH would have to go into that knowing that, hey, we're going to lose probably 2 of our opening trucks. But maybe you could come up with some cool smoke tactic with the mediums and make it a little bit hazy as to where they're coming from. So you create like a screen, like a little bit of a smoke screen. Damir says this is PC. This is the Division 1 PC Championship. So, Rangers typing. I didn't even see. The Bajou says, hello, sir. I sent you a DM when you have a chime. Thanks. Yep, we'll do. I'll check it. Smolensk takes a little bit of a lead in the poll. WTH has the ball is in their court. This will determine what the finals will be. Are we going to Smolensk or are we going to Herkin? Does WTH want to risk going up against ESPT with the STG, MG42? Do they want the big bulkiness of the IS-1 for their tanks? A little bit more chance of ricocheting? The terrain, to be honest, I don't know, everybody. I really don't know. I have to do a little bit of research myself on the Smolensk points if it comes to that. Herkin Forest, majority of the cheese for North Pass has been tapped out. But I imagine you got some opening or some AT gun spots that could be useful from long range. Maybe some bunker complex Belgian gate shenanigans that ESPT could build up. But once again, WTH, a little bit of a disadvantage right now going into no matter what they decide to go with. Just the opening. I'm talking about the opening disadvantage on Herkin Forest. Over the course of the match, we got to see how things shift, who wins the tank fights. If WTH is able to sneak some bodies around, maybe they'll come up with a amazing opening. We did see a few years ago, last year, on SME, WTH was the Axis on SME Church. They had that beautiful rocket Katusha concoction off the opening, which took out the ESPT medium. Unbelievable play. Still one of the ones that is absolutely ingrained in my mind. Honey Badger and Co., their whole tank crews swarmed church after they knew the opening medium was down. It was beautifully orchestrated. It was beautiful. I mean, that was top-tier coordination from Hell Let Loose. I highly recommend going back and watching that game. Highly recommend it. Actually, I could probably find it real quick while we're waiting. In case you have a chance to go and watch this, highly recommend checking it out. I mean, it was just a fantastic game. It was neck and neck the whole time. That's the... Why did it paste it like that? Mamma mia, what am I doing? There we go. If you have a chance, just watch the opening of the highlights play for that game. Very good one. Unbelievable. Totally unexpected. Very thankful I was in the right camera position. Absolutely perfect. Desperate can't decide which map he wants to lose on. Oh! A little bit of a pause here. Everybody's waiting. Everybody's waiting. 50-50 split on the vote. Wow. So Desper doesn't even have chat to help him out. Smithers, you're going to invite Sheza on for a stream. You guys together will be... Yeah, Sheza and I got to work something out. Yeah, for sure. Sheza is a streamer that is... For those of you who don't know, Sheza is a new streamer on the block. New up-and-coming kid. Straight out of the Bronx, I believe. And he is the total opposite of what I am as a streamer, which is great. You need that. Sheza is... he casted the Greyhounds and WTH match on Kursk this past weekend. And there was no game value. I don't think I heard a single bullet, rocket, a tank the entire time. But I watched it, though. That was a good time. He just has a way of commentating the game that keeps you engaged. It's very, very different. Herkin does take the lead by 1 vote. But yeah, if you're going to watch a game like Sheza's, you're not going to hear any gunfights or anything. Just keep that in mind. Every other stream that exists, you do hear at least one gunfight. But on Sheza's stream, you don't need the gunfights. You just need Sheza. Sheza is the gunfight. He has a gunfight going on in his mind all the time. And he expresses that through the stream. Oh, let me get Sheza's. I'll get Sheza's link too. So this is Sheza's link. It's on Kursk of all maps. WTH cannot decide. Herkin Forest, North Pass. Do they think they could put together the cheese that they need? The organization, the rosters for going into Herkin Forest at a slight disadvantage off the opening. And he did now, guys. Or do they take him to Smolensk, where it's a little bit more newer, a little bit more new. Everybody's not so trained up on it. Half-Life 3. Damn, this is going a lot. I thought so far, Desper, you have chat to help you out a little bit. They say the final needs to go to Herkin. Chad is telling you that the M1 Garand, your team is going to have a little bit more luck with the M1 Garand. M1 Garand bazooka loadout, Jumbo 75 support to the back, Honey Badger in the 76, maybe you in the 76, Desper, depending on who wins the coin flip back at HQ. Keonashi says, hopefully it is a bit more competitive than the last final. Oh man, the trash talk. Oh man, that last final with the WTH having to defend Ruins. Mamma mia, man. For those of you joining late, we are on the Division 1 PC Championship map bans right now. And we're waiting for WTH to make the final ban, which will decide what map the championship will be played. The options are Smolensk, 84th Battalion Ridge, or Herkin Forest, which would be North Pass. That's it. Those are our options. So far, everybody in chat is saying it should be on Herkin, 60-40. WTH will be the allies in both situations. See, it's not so simple, everybody. WTH taking their time, really thinking about this one. We have posted a couple links. We have the WTH ESPT finals on SME Church, where you can watch just the first few minutes and see the electrifying opening. It's very good. Published the Vietnam Open Beta review earlier. Oh, Le Bajou SVK is somehow better sometimes than the M1. Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't know that. PT is Free says it's not SME or SMDM, so this is a win for the HL community anyways. There you go, buddy. Smolensk still an option. I kind of wish we had a view of the WTH war room right now. Maybe we could get a video feed with no audio. You just see Desperate choking Honey Badger or something. Our dubs. U.S. Ranger is typing. How many are in your VC, Desper? Okay. I don't think I could see. Let me see if I could see WTH's. I don't think they would be in a public channel, obviously. They'd probably be in a private chat. Yeah, there's nobody I could see. WTH has 5,200 people in their Discord. Mamma mia. By the way, if you are on PC side or console side, be sure to send over your recruiters, if you haven't already, to the Smitherscast Discord to sign up as a recruiter. Open a ticket. Link is in my bio on my YouTube page, or you could just type in discord.gg/Smitherscast. Dan, people are breaking the meta with these maps. Where are the French maps? Yeah, I know. They're all gone. SMDM, SME. WTH double band Carentan. Hey, man, I don't mean to be in so many Discord servers. Mamma mia. I think for the longest time I was in maybe 3 or 4. And then people started saying, hey, we're starting this league. We're starting that league. Hey, you want to stream for us? And I'm in this server and that server, this server, that server, this server, that server. Holy schnackaroonies. Yeah, I'm in a lot of Discords. A lot of Discords and a lot of DMs. I think we're on a, what are we on? Maybe a 15-minute pause right now. Herkin, Smolensk. Herkin winning the vote so far. 62% say, let's see Herkin. Will Desper follow the vast majority of the Hell Let Loose community's advice? Or will management over WTH decide to cause some ruckus and go for Smolensk? Smithers cut to commercial. I should have a commercials thing set up. Yeah, I gotta get some ad reads. All right, 1 second. Let me go and change it over. Let's see here. I want to find somebody send me a link. That would probably work easier. Somebody send me a link of somebody send me a link of a good match to watch. Smolensk TAC map. Smolensk isn't on StratSketch. StratSketch. Thing is, I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss desperate typing. Enrique, hello there. Down all the way down to Peru. 3.5 thousand hours. Not too shabby, buddy. Not too shabby at all. R-Dubs, Smithers, if they give us the Smolensk final, triple South points, right? How many deaths for the INF players on average? I'm going 70 plus. Oh, yeah. Could be a decent chunk. It'd be brutal. I'm still sad we didn't get to see Foy. I really am. I was hoping for Foy. Although, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know Smolensk that well. I haven't. I think I was going to cast one match on it, and then it got canceled. Besides that, I haven't had the opportunity. No scrims, no mixed events, nothing on Smolensk. I don't think I have one single. I had to really look at it and watch the CU versus ESPT game. Why can't I find a... I don't want to miss desperate typing. That's the big thing right now. Does anybody know of an online place to find a Smolensk TAC map? I'm like looking all over. Yeah, WTH is really undecided here. I mean, it's two totally different maps, to be fair. Sixth is playing Summit on Smolensk next week. Oh, okay, gotcha. I would move the screen, but I don't want to miss a typing. I don't want to miss that. Anxious to play Juno Beach. Yeah, I'll be streaming my first Juno Beach match today to see what that's all about. I'm trying not to look away too much in case they decide. Rangers Hill Band completely threw them off. There's no coming back from this. I don't think WTH has played Smolensk. Have they? Has WTH ever played Smolensk? I mean, the thing is, for WTH, they're going into Hurricane Forest Allies knowing that they're not going to cap first, most likely, unless they pull out some crazy cheese. But still, it would take some amazing cheese. Like you're talking aged 30, 40, 50 years kind of cheese. I can't find a Smolensk TAC map. I even looked in Google Images, and there's just one crappy image of it, but it doesn't actually show the points. Oh, Sheepstyle said gameplay question mark? Oh no, this isn't gameplay. This is a map ban. This is unlike any other gameplay. You won't find this in Carentan or SME. This is down to the nit and gritty. The final one here. We're on possibly 20 minutes for this final ban, 20, 25 minutes, something like that. WTH is really thinking about this one, man. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. I think WTH forgot they had the last man. What are we at right now, everybody? Ron Herkin. Yeah, okay. We're on 63% Herkin. Let me just... the thing is, I can't pull it up because at any moment the band could come through. I'm sort of stuck here. Can put it... Let me see. Who did the... Climbers? Honey Badger did. That's right, Honey Badger. Okay, so we'll try to pull this up to the top. There. I think that works. So ESPT was the Soviets in this one. And if we move this down a little bit, the northern point. Straight north, except for the CU offset down there to the bottom. WTH waiting till Vietnam is fixed. Man, apparently they are not sure about this one, man. Do I have my...
Recent matches that we've seen CU hasn't been afraid to play very wide as well. So I'm kind of excited to see how CU plays this.
All the way in the south.
Yeah, I think that'll have their double recon, or at least
I'll be amazed if all these trucks make it.
looks like the medium got stuck for CU.
Oh no.
I thought he was sniping, but now that you say it...
Oh, okay,
Not
CU had two
moving.
offset points and then up here to the north.
What's it?
Well, I have a stream at 3.
Anything gets sniped off the rip here.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, if
Trucks
they
are
don't
going
figure it
down.
out by then, I'll have
Oh,
to
they
cancel
did.
the stream, or I'll have to end the stream,
They
buddies.
just got out a little early.
They may take a couple more hours to figure out what they want to do.
South
Okay.
is seems like it's a little late.
I don't think
for,
they sent me any DMs or
CU?
anything.
Yeah, major committal in the north and major committal in the for CU and major commit from the south from ESPT.
Oh, PTS free. You
It
sent me
looks
the map.
like
Okay,
the
perfect.
Climbers has a really
Thank
good
you, buddy.
control over the hard cap already. This Luxor already must have got hit in the tracks.
Yeah. CU actually gaining a lot of ground in the actual hard cap circle. This could be pretty scary if V gets Satchel on one of their.
Oh,
early
sorry,
tanks.
PTS3. I'm looking at YouTube chat. I keep forgetting to look at Twitch
yeah.
chat.
You see, I believe.
What's the betting odds that
I think
Keonashi
it's a
plays RuneScape full
254,
screen during the
67.
championship for
Yeah,
ESPT?
they have a light tank hanging out.
Did you
so
do that, Kale?
Never want to lose a light
was
tank
that
this
his,
early.
Did Satchel go off? Was that his?
It could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been for sure.
But complete control of the hard cap. You've got the 3-man Puma out of here with a bunch of cap weight. They're just playing safe in the hard cap, as we can
Oh.
see right there.
You just saw light tank go down in hard
Yeah.
cap circle as well for a spray.
Well, I wonder if that was the late medium.
Going
with
to my
a
office to get you the
LOS
tack
on it.
map. Jakey JJ.
But yeah, should be a super good cap here from CU.
But look
ESPT
at,
is already
What do we got for the
bleeding
poll
through
so far?
the hard cap.
41 votes. Hurricane,
But CU
66%.
got both their recon tank with an SL, plus their recon SL through. But I think Joe mops this up.
let's go take a look at Joe.
I think Joe is just hitting with
Might be
HE from a
sniping.
distance.
I have to
He's just
imagine US
smashing it.
Ranger.
Nope, he just got the
Yeah.
truck. He got the truck, but
Okay.
the truck only had a spotter in it.
Right.
Don't
Joe
think I
not,
noticed the tank.
no, does not look like he noticed the tank.
Yeah, same with US Ranger. I don't think he caught it.
Ooh, but the Puma sees them.
Damn, this is a 30-minute final ban, I think.
Trying to line up that shot, I'm guessing. Honestly, I leave Joe alive here. Oh, shoots turret.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
well at least tell the squad leads to get out or something.
Well, the
Yeah.
squad lead already got out.
Yeah,
and
he
it's
got
just-
out, okay.
Yeah. But Joe goes down.
Imagine if CU had a disjointed cap layout here instead of north-north.
The long though, sponsored
This
by
is how it
Raid
can cause a lot
Shadow
of problems now.
Legends.
This is a super tough layout.
We may be getting into coin
P70
flip
up
or
here up
coin
on the
flip.
main road, trying to get side
territory.
angles. It's grunt and always.
But it's pretty bleeding through already on their front door.
Soldad with the SVT in the back already here. This is a pretty nasty angle.
Yeah, I believe Gas was his sniper too, not someone you want to have hanging out behind you.
You got Sniper Girl here with the FG42.
Honey Badger
doing
usually has a
yeah.
nice cast of
Gonna maybe see,
Cast of people with him in the-
Takahara and
in the
Hoyo
booth.
Here. Hoyo goes down.
I think in this case he had Terry, Kapka, and maybe one
Unfortunate there.
more.
Cap's already starting to bleed back towards a spray.
Yeah. Mediums still alive for both tanks. Koopa, Claro, Lycan. Second medium from Athens already coming up.
Oh yeah, the Juno Beach
Got
one will
tanks
be
still on
out.
the backline,
Or well, the
on a spree.
be casting
Kinda
Juno
just
Beach here in a little
driving
bit.
around, having some fun.
I don't know, buddies. We may
These
not
SLs
see
in
the end of
backline,
this.
They gotta do something to relieve some of the
WTH
pressure
may
here,
need more
otherwise they're
time.
Just not doing anything back there.
Ooh, and we're getting ricochets of recon versus recon violence here. Excel ricocheting off the front plate of the Puma. They're gonna get back into cover, but they haven't, they haven't let ESPT cross this road. Incheon is calling in the bombing run or their Katusha right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the north is a little bit.
All Star
of a
streams
bait
cast
here.
between you,
It's like,
Keonashi, and me.
you want to get.
I had fun
a
casting with
squad up here to
Keonashi last
control
couple weeks
this,
ago.
But I don't think there's a way you can get across this. There's too much.
Now that would be an interesting one
MG
there,
and tank crossfire that
Zada,
could just
having
be
a
held up
penalty
here,
for
and
taking this
you
long.
can kind of see it. A spree is just kind of like started to push
This
towards
Mike-
me grinding
Yeah,
stealth.
this Mike OP is
Yeah.
very, very.
I offered them
Is
to
CU
play
having a
Juno
carry on
Beach.
point? They seem to
I
have a
did.
hard time
I
finding a
said,
spot where it's not getting
what if we
destroyed
just have a
immediately.
gentleman's agreement where
There's
both
no
sides
Gauss
play
inside
Juno
for CU.
Beach? Everybody gets
Yeah.
fresh prep.
Ooh.
what can you do in 3 days, 4 days time? But nobody seemed to want to take that
unfortunate
offer.
Rifleman timing there.
I'd say it's a pretty classic play from ESPT to sort of give up hard cap and go instead for sector control, and you're seeing that exactly now. Recap coming.
I want to go up and refill my drink. I really do.
Off the rep.
But as soon as I do, I feel like they're gonna ban. I got 20 minutes.
And this is with
Now it's running off.
reinforced,
Now it's
and
running
pretty
for
cold,
my
and you
time
see us-
deadline.
See, you just lost the recon tanks. It's another 3 weight gone. If they lose this, Lux.
No, the recon's tank's still.
Man,
up.
they are really
Oh,
thinking
it
about
dis-
this.
Oh, then the driver died.
Oh no, they all.
I think
died.
I've
already
talked about
done.
everything I wanted to
Yeah,
talk about
that's
though for both
unfortunate.
maps.
Ooh.
It's really.
But yeah, these tanks are, but this is the cycle. They're slowly.
There's
getting
not that much
built in.
more
We've
else
got
I could
the
say.
Second medium coming up, both in the north here. Maybe they try to break this in the north, get rid of Fortress, get rid of Bad Fallen, try to push the north and create a crossfire south. I don't know, but we're seeing a very big committal from ESPT here in the
Extra
south.
hour of prep.
Yeah.
T70 rolling up. That was a duo.
Yeah, I wish we could have a
Joe running as the TC.
make them play Stalingrad.
Not really sure where he's going.
Probably screaming back up. There's already.
Dying of
I'm just curious if we could
dehydration.
look at
Yeah,
our
imagine I
map
die
for
on
a
stream
second. I
from
wanna know
watching
what
the
ESPT is doing
map
for
bands.
Whammo. Well,
I
nothing
think
so
everybody
far.
will have a good
CU
time
managed
creating
to
some
shut
memes off
down,
of that.
like,
There'll be
most
some
of the
solid
issues.
memes.
On the south, it's just sort of close hard cap. That's the issue here.
Yeah, and love.
So I want to make
Squad
sure.
is about to
Yep. Okay.
Trip
To make sure
trip.
nothing is refreshed. Okay. Now they did type
ROP.
something in the thread.
Super
I'll check on my
unfortunate.
phone just to preserve their privacy.
Yeah, I would have loved to. I would have loved to see, Able OP get a bit more into the back line. I
Okay,
think
nothing-
he's gonna burn
Nothing
item,
crazy
which is
in the
nice,
threads.
but This south E4
Ooh,
and
recon,
E5 is
big recon
scary.
plane coming up. Does he get
Ooh,
out?
Catch him? I don't know if he catches him.
No, he might be safe.
Man, the tension. I
Yeah,
should have had
he-
some music prepared for this.
That is so lucky.
Yeah,
Very nice timing for both SLs.
both
Yeah.
yeah, huge play.
I mean, I
there
would
to
watch
get
a
out of that.
North
And,
Pass
although ESPT is a lot deeper on the hard cap, there's
North Pass map, but
Climbers still maintaining control.
Smolensk is so
Very
new
messy though. They've got this Gary up.
comparatively.
Right. Oh my God! Look at that red zone.
But yeah, everybody, I
Trying to
launched
put up.
I posted my
But
But I will
every-
say,
map
the
gone wrong. I
reason
died
is
on
for
stream.
CU, like,
Yeah,
they own
exactly.
E5.
I could probably make a
If
funny
they,
meme video
start
out of this,
working
though.
north, this is gonna get bad for Spree here.
Regular crispiness.
It's
Gluz,
something better
love
than
your
5
commentary.
minutes ago,
Good voice.
and
You
you
talk
see you
just
clearing
enough.
up
No
a
over the
little.
top bullshit. Keep it up. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Like,
Yeah, in the
Spree
beginning, I
still
did talk a
owns
lot.
E4, but,
I talked a whole
CU is
bunch.
slowly
But then I
working their way
realized
up.
not everybody. I don't need to talk the
and if,
entire time. I could
you
I
know,
could chill.
CU now has
Have
a
some
reflank
ASMR
carry
moments.
on their front door. This could get
Now,
a
the
little
one thing I
scary for
do want to get better
ESPT
at is I
here.
don't want to bring up the
I
map
will
so
say
much.
though, at a moment's notice, both mediums could touch hard cap, and I think the cap weight would start to change.
WCS
Right
on
now,
Twitch
it's
says
pretty
just
opted to
DM
keep
them and
both
say
their-
wait to submit
one of their
pics for a few
mediums
minutes while you
outside
grab a
of hard
drink. They
cap.
waited this long. They
Yeah,
can wait for a
after
few minutes
run
now.
over here, all they would have to
It's
do is
okay.
rotate up to these
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
stairs,
good.
And they're pretty much in
I'm good.
hard cap.
Yeah.
We're almost there. I got 18
CU,
minutes
I don't
before I
think
have to
it's
jump
as
on
easy
over
for
to the
CU
console
get
stream.
armor in a hard cap with how
It's
north
probably
they're
the
playing, right? Like,
I
longest map
you
band
just
stream.
rotate
We're
down
almost
this road
at
over here in the
just
south,
getting
in
close
the
to 2
west here,
hours.
and then you can probably make it over here. I don't really know
Yeah.
these sight lines that well. I haven't played this map. But you still got the P4.
So make
just
sure they
farming
haven't
away
said
on their
anything.
inf over here. Both P4s actually. They're really making a big concerted effort to break this north side.
I like this point. I feel like instead of playing east to west, it's very much like north to south, at least for these two teams at the moment.
I mean, there's
See,
tons
that's
of data on
that's
North
leading
Pass.
towards
Everybody
the
knows
bridge where
North
Zest
Pass.
is running on top of right now. This acts like a barrier in a way, as like the north to south front line you just mentioned.
Yep.
yeah. And you could see Zesty and
Everybody knows.
Bombing run coming.
Everybody
in
knows the North
from
Pass and
climbers
stuff.
From 82 AD or 80 AD
I'm wondering if
AEK.
WTH is like,
See the
can
push
we
coming
get
across now for
enough
CU.
information on
They are looking
Smolensk?
to
Do we have
close
enough
out all
time
this
to
ground
prep
on-
Smolensk? And do
the
we know
P4 is
properly enough
making a
where we
play
want to
for
take
it,
that
too.
gamble?
The play for is
Yeah.
going
That's the
across,
only thing I can think about.
and they're probably saying it's probably go time here. They want to try to get all these spawns. and,
Smithers lives in a mansion. I wish.
They're gonna get it for sure.
Smithers bills
here.
$700 per
That's,
hour. This is
that's
going to be
bad
expensive.
phones.
Oh yes, you better
He
believe
probably
it.
blown up here.
That
See
bill's
if they
going to get
bad
sent,
phone. Good shot
sent
there.
straight to ESPT
Looks like
headquarters
the
on the
CU
Cayman
player
Islands.
just wiped the North OP from ESPT.
Yeah.
just
Now,
nuking the
luckily-
AT player.
Now, luckily, Church will probably get a spawn wave off. I believe they have a bit more of a defensive OP.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
further back.
They are currently on their prep server
Katusha
checking
coming
snipes
in,
on
we've got
Smolensk.
Tiger coming up. We have P7.
You know, opening
the
snipes,
first IS?
they
Light.
matter, but
Mike just
I
got
mean,
wiped out of hard cap.
the thing is, like, you can't say, "Oh, we're not going to get
And
sniped."
like
So,
you
I
were
mean,
talking about
personally,
earlier, now
it's just
Pupa's
like,
edging this hard cap.
if they happen, they happen. Now, just focus. I mean, just have a really good reset ready to go and grind it out.
I don't know if they get this.
As long as you aren't
Unless they're
losing an
aggressive
incredible
hard
amount
cap
of frags,
Mike's
Oh, no,
back
Mike
up.
replays.
then
Nice.
you should, and then you're
That's
relatively
we can
even the
force
whole
again.
game, which
They're just
WTH and
triggering
ESPT
CU to
will be
constantly
about
reinforce.
even.
Yeah, manpower
ESPT
already down
maybe
to
has a,
50.
let's say, 57% to 43% infantry advantage, but
because ESPT have a pretty strong.
it's
foothold
still
on
pretty.
CU's
It's still pretty
4
close.
point as well.
Ooh,
So
what
I
is
think
this
it's gonna be-
angle? Do we
It's going to
see
be
a
in there.
tank
Tanks,
right here?
I don't know tanks too well.
Or was that a ricochet?
I'm
from
not
a
too sure.
rocket?
It's hard to say that.
Are we having issues with the T-34? Worse, we're
I think
having
this
issues
is
with the T-70. Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow CU though not being able to get across, putting still
The
a
best
lot of
melee
bodies
meta.
over
Yeah,
here,
exactly.
Kind of getting held up even with the P4.
Well, take
Man,
Yeah,
everybody.
from Hitman Alex like is no now, but
40
CU is
minutes.
holding on. It's a matter of time before things get spicy again.
Is there
Yeah,
enough
E4 has
VOD?
been
Was there enough
completely wiped out
material
now,
available on Smolensk where
for
WTH feels
CU.
comfortable on
There's,
that?
the light tank 2 is diving, looking for that. The back Gary
Yeah.
should get picked up by the heavy.
They did get a hard cap Gary, which is good to see for CU.
There's just so many tanks from CU. Look at, we've got 2 P4s, a Tiger, another Tiger. Could even be a Panther. Let's go double check.
Yeah. Ooh,
No.
U.S. Ranger. This could be such unfortunate timing.
Ooh, the light tank just pulls out in front.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Is it a ferry? No, it's a 3-man. Nice.
All right, Panther rolling up.
Zach Walton, yes,
Super
they're still
unfortunate
deciding.
timing
Oh,
for a
look!
spree.
Look at the.
We're currently
timing
enjoying
difference.
Honey
They're
Badger's
using
stream.
the
He doesn't stream on
Tiger
YouTube, he
Panther
streams on
timing,
Twitch and then uploads his
I mean,
videos.
it's already in
over
the
here to
fight
YouTube.
within 2.5 minutes before they can even spawn the next IS-1, and Lycan is just solo by himself here.
Mm.
Let's see if
Yep.
they can kind of leverage this major armor advantage they have.
T-34.
All right, I'm going to go get a drink.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
But if
Were they
this
able to get
Panther,
both?
no,
Just
no.
one?
Oh,
it's just solo.
No. Were they able to get both mediums in the hard cap, or is it just the one for right now?
Both. Athens is right
Both.
here.
So this is a Spree's moment, it looks like.
yeah, this is a
They're,
moment right here.
Yeah, they feel confident, which they should. They have essentially warped
Oh,
all
yeah.
of E4, and yeah, they're just collapsing CU to the north. Now, the positive for CU is they've kind of cleaned up their front door of their 4th. So if this does get capped, it's not an immediate recap, which is good, but they will be trapped in the north here.
No. I'll be honest though, like, if this was a full North Cap layout, I think ESPT's deployment still works, but not as great. But now, like, with all the people being in the south, they can immediately pressure Lumberyard, and then CU's gonna take people away.
Yeah, and actually, ESPT just wiped out all of CU's front door, so this could get dicey for CU very quickly here. You saw Bravo and Queen down there.
Oh, they're defending. They're defending. There's a big couple of spawn waves from CU. The Panther is splashing away. Tiger has rotated around. That is a T-70 by Cap'n and Trots behind the Tiger tank.
Keonashi says they're
It's a
using the
crazy
time
hold by CU. I was not expecting that.
to research Smolensk without
This is,
officially
super
picking it
nice
because
by
some of them
them
are
thinking to
scummy
this
players.
hold.
Oh, man.
Surely somebody's able to deal with a light tank here, right? If you have 5 tanks on the map, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the Panther and this T-34. This is a very
I mean, I
brave
don't know
move.
if you wanna. Yeah, I don't know if you want to lose this T-34 right now.
I don't know if there's an
No.
official.
CU has both. Tiger
I
and
don't know if
Panther
there's
in
a
on
rule.
cap.
There must be like a rule book on the time that they have
I think it's a
for
matter
And
of time
we just tracked
picking
our
matches
name and shame letter. No.
until the end of the day. Okay.
OCT SJ, be better, buddy, be better. Sorry. Ooh, side shot into Tiger though. Tiger goes down.
Nice.
Man, everybody, I'm so. I mean, just gotta let
It might have been
them
a
teams
double
have their
tap between
time.
the
It is their
T-34
matchup.
and the IS-1.
I casted a majority of it.
Might have been too.
Streamed the
That
majority of
is
it, but
brave. I understand the idea. It's a necessary evil, but the moment
Maybe
it's
we
out
won't get to
here,
it.
You're in trouble.
ESPT
maybe we won't have a conclusion to the stream.
Flickering. I don't know. Ah, okay. A couple of SLs, but
Love has found an opening.
Wow. Yeah, this could be scary if CU can hold this and they get a couple guys off of it.
But this is like you said, Desper. This is a very dangerous 1v2 that this Panther is in right now.
And
He's in the
about to
half
get
cap. He wants the
snatched.
cap rate, right? I understand that, but just around the infantry. The bazooka hits you now from the side. You want that ice one peeks you. Now there you go.
Oh, he's gonna get cheeks on him. Now do we see if the gunner from ESPT is good? Already preemptively repairing. Good play out of the infantry supporting their armor here.
For those of you just joining me, we're on a Division 1 championship matchup.
Because you're in a Panther here, Desper. You got to be worried about the turn
Map
shots
bands.
and
Up
just kinda
to the
wearing
top,
you
we're playing
down
the
and
last
then
Smolensk
getting off
match.
angles on you.
We're 20 minutes into the game. I'm also worried about P-strikes at this point, but nobody seems to be using them just yet.
We're on the last ban for WTH versus ESPT.
Very brave.
It is
of this gunner
WTH's
to keep
turn. They have to
firing the-
decide between Hurricane
I'm
Forest
assuming
and
he's just
Smolensk.
Oh, yep, there it is. There's that one rocket. Now this IS-1.
They're
should-
approaching the
should just, press the
50-minute
WP
mark
here.
for the bans.
Yes.
I have a stream at 3,
Anti-Zenvent, yeah.
which is in about
That's
10
pretty good right
minutes. I'll have
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
leave,
yeah,
and
yeah. Have you in the process?
Panther. Yeah,
Unfortunately,
this
we'll have
is,
to-
This is not good. Tiger's pulling
yeah,
up.
won't be able to see the conclusion of
Ice
this.
one's pulling up now.
Yeah, T-34 just ate the first shot.
T-34
Up to the
eats
top, we're
that.
playing Honey
It might
Badgers,
just
Climbers
die here
United versus
to,
ESPT and
their
Smolensk.
display.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be a second whole shot.
She uses the
Just-
rocket on the.
Nukes him with a rocket.
A very common sight though,
Ooh.
ESPT tanks getting carried by the
Right.
infantry and the tank still not making a play. That's unfortunate.
But I don't know. I mean, when it comes to like opening snipes and stuff,
Please eyes one peek this Panther. He's injured.
I mean,
he
they're going to
lost
matter
crew
for a
members,
little
he's 10
bit, but
HP
against
now.
really
He
good
can-
teams, they feel like they're going to adapt and be able to
Is this Athens who doesn't have a WP?
overcome that. So I can't imagine that's too big of an issue or too big of a
Okay.
Yeah, Pupa, Claro.
too
like
big.
an
I mean, yeah, just that big of a factor.
Grunt in Athens in the T-34.
Dewey Leo
Yeah,
says, I gained a better understanding of the HLL maps after
Yeah, I
seeing
was
this
curious what the
top-down
reset
view
was
of the
looking like.
battlefield. Oh, nice.
Scary for CU, but not.
Yeah, it's a
light-ending.
much better view.
No, it's just one.
Or much
two
better.
guys.
Yeah, allows you to
But
really
this-
picture things
this
and
front door Gary is a
are
big
able to
worry right
visualize
here.
them a lot better
Yeah,
as
it's
far as
Queen
key
one,
movements, the
and they've
tanks, the
got
plays.
carry up. This is a little scary. CU has a hard reset, or they had a hard reset, so this is going to be a little dicey.
Zada says, with WTH have no honor.
big spawn
Imagine
wave coming
ruining
off the
Smithers'
hard
stream
tech
and all the
area, very
fans
big
for
over
this.
the
All, and
middle.
all the fans for this. It's the way it goes. It's
A lot of SLs coming back.
it's not my
for this.
championship game.
Still a
It's
lot
they got to
of
decide what is best for their
Love and
team.
Roger, Trippin'
I don't take any
Garys
offense to it.
now.
So obviously Axis has the better weaponry for the infantry, right? But then I paid some attention now to ESPT's role selection, and you do see a ton of support players, obviously.
Seeing if they
'cause
sent
do get
anything in the
ESPT,
thread by
and even the
chance.
people who play assault.
Nope, nothing in the
it's,
thread.
It's okay to play the PPSH with a stick mag, but you can even play the Grenadier loadout, which gives you another SVT, right? I think as allies, you want to do everything you can to not play the Mosin.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Vietnam
100%.
map
That's
was
why-
interesting.
Make emo great.
I-
get the SVT.
I like it, and then I
These are all
don't
Grenadier
like
loadouts.
it.
This isn't the satchel
I
loadouts.
think they could
with the
shrink
thing,
it
yeah.
down a bit
SVT.
so you could choose
But
where
yeah,
you want to
use
zoom
Paradox,
versus
AT, Wizwookie, Assault, Takahara,
it just bringing
Or
everything
if
to your face.
Sanzu, the only rifleman probably.
Much would
playing,
prefer it being a little bit smaller,
yeah,
and that way you could see it all at
whatever,
one
the
time, like a
fucking
1x
Mosin.
zoom.
yeah, the Mosin.
Because right now you have to pan
I
all
see
over to
more
get
support
an
play on
idea about
ESPT
what's
than
going
in
on
the
and where.
entire last game of Assault
And maybe
with
by the
German
time
team.
you
can
look up to
replay
the
game
top, something has already
against
changed
not
down
long
at the
ago.
bottom. So I would like to
Not
see
gonna
them
name
make
names.
they could still keep the design
This
because they
rapid
put
stuff
obviously a
is very
ton of effort into
dangerous.
it.
So,
But
Because all
shrink
this is
it
at a
so it isn't the
sector,
full
so
screen.
Even if they're
Just
gonna like count
make it,
chevrons, these guys
like-
won't show up.
yeah,
this is,
make it so you could
not
just
looking good here
open
once
it,
these guys
look
really
to see
start
what's going
wrapping.
on, and go on it.
Interesting MG spot. Little
I do
front
take
door
offense.
MG. Love to see it.
MGing
Machine
right
guns
off
the OP.
OP.
Damn, everybody. Well, I got to call
Nice,
it in
nice.
5 minutes.
This is what we're here. We're learning from the best here.
I feel like CU kind of unaware of this south push still, like maybe just a little bit of a gap in their line that not quite responding to. One infantry, I think, looking, but yeah, cap starts to come in due to these guys.
Another big spawn wave off the Gary.
Just making sure.
CU also just
Yep,
lost.
yep. Just
their
wanna make sure
Wambo
nothing is-
player that was in the backline. Their backline SL.
Nothing has
so,
come through.
Did he have the OP down? Nope.
No,
Nope.
Love Squad later died deep in the north, so you see him resetting, but unfortunately it's gonna be a bit hard.
I feel like CU doesn't understand it's just this one OP. They probably think ESPT has a ton of people in softcap already, but it's just this one OP behind them they gotta clean up, but they just can't find them. The
Excel and
flares hitting the wrong
Joe
area.
in a recon though.
That's rough too, with flares every 5 minutes. The one place you needed it is just not where these guys are causing you trouble.
R-Dub says this
Yeah,
map
just
ban from
double
WTH
recon,
giving off the
driving
vibe of
around.
picking between
The
Omaha,
Axis
Utah
volley,
offensive
right,
when you are
is
playing
having
as
AT
allies.
players. I saw a
Yeah.
lot of automatic riflemen running around.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
CU
Herkin
Just a
allies.
minute ago off the Gary Swan, but
I mean,
no
I mean,
AT
just because of
players
my
now.
knowledge of what I know, I would choose
Joe's
Herkin
is just
allies
This
just
Recon
to
tank
give
is
it a
in
little
hardcap
bit
as
roll
well.
of the
It's
dice
one
there. But
recon tank, one OP causing CU so much problem.
Who's in this recon?
if they
Out of
could put in the
curiosity?
research on
Joe and
Smolensk,
Excel.
they have the
Joe,
time,
yeah.
They are
then yeah,
Eastwind.
go for it.
Just gets nuked by this.
T-34. Soviet tanks have a little bit more
guys, no
ricocheting than
idea.
I think than the Axis
Absolutely
do.
clueless.
I don't know. I mean,
What
I'm
are we
not really an armor
going
guy. I'm
on
just
AT
blabbing.
here? I see a guy FF down there on AT. Are we going to where we just saw the tank splash? No?
Well, I think I'm gonna have to call it here in a moment, everybody.
Bandage. I guess he's running now.
As soon as they decide, I will.
Still
I'll
don't
probably
have
just go
AT
back
players
and
running off
trim-
the Gary. Got
I'll probably just go
riflemen
trim the
running
stream
off
or
the
edit it.
Gary, and it's all right.
I'll put a pinned comment as to what they ended up choosing.
I'm gonna pull up my Google Lens on my phone and translate what they're talking about in text chat.
While we're at a break, I'll kind of go over top 10 real quick. So right now you have Gas 37 and 9, KO at 33 and 4, Habanero on Artie 31, Embarrassing Display
interesting.
27. Make Emo Great Again 26, was Wookie 24, Legionix 22. Mistaka, 22. Relentless at 22. And Haas at 21 and 2.
I'm gonna go back north here. We got this IS-1 getting pretty aggro. Like they're 50 meters from the front line here.
It just, man. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to call it. Okay, buddy. Well, I will edit most likely the post live
There's
stream
our
and just
caster for
trim
tomorrow.
from the last map
Alleviate
ban out, and then
slamming
just
a
delete all
dude.
that stuff. And then I will,
Absolute
obviously everybody
slams
will
that
know for the
guy.
most part, but in case
Well,
nobody
that
knows, I'll
shows
put
up.
a pinned comment down there and as far as what the final map ban was. So,
Being
okay,
locked
but I'll be
down
streaming
here,
Utah or
Rupert,
Juno
call out,
Beach here in just a
Garrison.
few moments, so feel free to tune in
Says a
to
disciple
that
of
stream
Garrison
and
is
check out the new
less
map to see
important
what
than
all the
his
teams have to
bandage
do. But thank you for joining me today, everybody,
Yeah, they broke the
and
north there,
if you
and
enjoyed
we
the
got
stream,
a
be sure to hit
few
that like button if you
forwards.
could, please, and I
Complete
will
box out, ESPT is in your
see you all
backline.
next time.
The front line
This-
is
Have a good one.
long gone. This is just